Hello and welcome along to the next instalment of my camper conversion YouTube channel. Now this video is part of a series converting a Daihatsu Hijet. This is my second Hijet conversion of the year. There's already a fully documented Hijet conversion on my channel, so if you haven't seen that already, do have a look there. This video is going to be fitting a Skylight into this van. Now a lot of people might think fitting Skylights, cutting big holes in the roof might be quite a daunting task. But it's not really. It can be done in half an hour to an hour, as long as you measure 2, 3, 4, 5 times before cutting, making sure that any placement is going to be in the right place. That's the main thing. It's far easier to rectify a mistaken measurement than it is to rectify a mistaken cut. Mistaken cuts generally need to be either welded or patched up, whereas if you just make a mistake while you're measuring, just scrub it out and start again. So I always advocate trying to measure as many times as possible before making any first cuts, and after that first cut's made, it should just be a dull. So to fit Skylight, you don't really need any complicated tools at all. To seal it in place, all you need is some Mastic Tape and some sealant, preferably something along the lines of Sikaflex. That's Sikaflex 221 I'm using there. There's 512, there's all sorts of different variations of Sikaflex. The vast majority of them do pretty much the same thing, just with different curing times, things like that. Tool wise, all you need is a drill, and that's just to get the pilot hole in for the jigsaw with a fine metal cutting blade, and that's it for tools really. As I say, one pilot hole to go into the roof, then just the jigsaw to cut the square all the way around, fit the Skylight in, put some masking around the hole, seal it up with sealant. Job's a good one. Sounds easy, so let's crack on and get it done. So I finished marking up where the Skylight's going to go. As you can see, I've actually nudged it down a little bit as well from where I'd originally marked it out. Again, you need to be measuring 2-3 times just to be sure that you're not going to be touching any supporting beams that might be going around the roof or anything like that, regardless of what van you're going into. So now I'm very happy with this, where it's now lined up. Everything should be missing any supporting beams underneath. It's fully square, 28 centimetres all round, and I've had the Skylight just sat inside on the frame like that, just to be sure that it should go straight through with plenty of overlap on the lip, and it should be a really snug tight fit this as well. So now it's all drawn round, I'm happy with the placement. Now it's a case of getting that pilot hole in. As I say, once that pilot hole does go in, there's no turning back, or not much turning back anyway, so if you are doing this, just be sure you're 100% certain that it's where it's going to be and needs to be. As I say, I'm happy, so now it's just a case of getting the drill out, poking the pilot hole through, and then drilling it through. Now I'm going to be trying to kill 2 or 3 birds with one stone, because I currently already have my headlining in place. Now I'm hoping as I'm cutting through, it should be able to cut through the insulation and the headlining all in one go. If not, it's going to at least mark the headlining where it needs to be cut out. But there's only one way to find out whether that's actually going to work. But if it does, it'll save a hell of a lot of ball ache and hassle trying to take the headlining down and then trying to get that measured to fit around the Skylight itself. So as I say, get the pilot hole drilled, jigsaw out, and start cutting. So there's the hole cut, and as you can see, it's gone straight through the insulation and the ply as well. So there's the headlining cut, the insulation cut and the metal cut all in one nice foul clean swoop. Just got that tiny little corner to clean up, and that's where the pilot hole was. Other than that, that's a nice straight cut. It's just going to have the metalwork treated now with some sort of anti-rusting metal paint just to protect it for the future. Then full bead of mastic going all the way around. And then to be doubly sure, whenever I fit a Skylight, I also put a full bead of Sikaflex around it as well, just to be, as I say, doubly sure there's not going to be any water leaks. So first things first, get this poked out. So I'm going to have to just tidy up that little bit of carpet there. That's where the drill pushed it down a little bit. And as I say, I'll be ready to get the Skylight fitted in. So I've just treated the metalwork with some white hammerite. That's protected the bare metalwork that I've just exposed by cutting the hole in the metal. I've also just re-glued up the carpet that had started to droop when I drilled through, and the drill just caught the carpet and started to wind around it, so that had loosened a little bit of carpet off the actual headliner. That's all been stuck back up again now as well, so that's all fine and good to go. It's all looking nice and trim from the inside, as you can see. So now it's just going to need the full surround fitting when the skylight's in. I've just gave the exterior of the hull a good wash and scrub round with some sugar soap, just to get it as clean as possible, just to be sure that there's a nice clean surface for the mastic and the Sikaflex to adhere to. So now the paint's dry, the hull is clean and dry. Now it's just a case of getting the mastic down, and as I say, to be doubly sure, I'll then run a bead of Sikaflex around on top and around the metal of the mastic as well. I'll show you as I go along, and as I say, that should hopefully make it doubly watertight and waterproof. As I haven't had any issues with any of the skylights I've fitted so far, I don't particularly want to start now. So, as I say, always better safe than sorry. So that's the mastic tape down. Now in a lot of caravan installations, that's all you'll get, just a layer of mastic and then the skylight just plonked on top of that. I say, just to be more safe than sorry, I'm going to be running a full bead just towards the back end of the mastic, so it should be touching the mastic and the inside lip of the metalwork as well at the same time. I say that's just to try and be 100,000% sure that there's going to be no water leaks in this at all whatsoever. So I'll get the Sikaflex out and run a full nice chunky bead going around that as well. Then it'll be okay to get the skylight fitted in. So there's just a few weights just to be applied to the skylight just while the Sikaflex is setting up. As I say, it should still be 100% watertight just with the mastic really, but as I say, I just want to be 100% sure. So that's got mastic and Sikaflex all the way around, and the weight's just pushing it down while the Sikaflex cures up. The inside looks nice and neat. Now the surround's on as well, it just needs one of those little fly net things on there. Other than that, that's nice as well. So there we go, that's our fitted nice skylight in this little Daihatsu Hijet. I'll pick it back up when the Sikaflex is fully set, just to show it that it's not moving anywhere when it's getting popped up and down. So there's the skylight all fully installed, fully fitted. It's been in now probably close to 2 weeks now while I've cracked on with the rest of the conversion. We've had a number of really torrential downpours in that time as well, and the full roof line being 100% fully dry, which just goes to show I've got a really good seal on the roof of the skylight, because as I say, I haven't seen a single drip and I haven't felt any dampness at all, as you shouldn't really if the skylight's been fitted properly. Pops up and down fine, as you can see. Straight down as well, from the top as well. As you can see, straight up, straight down. So that's how I fitted a skylight in this little Daihatsu Hijet that I'm converting from a small little panel van into a fully DVLA registered camper van. If you found this video useful, do give the video a good old thumbs up. If you haven't already, have a look at my channel. There's loads of content on there already. I've fully documented a VW T4 that's on there. I've already done another Hijet that's on there. There's a Ford Connect conversion on there, and there's soon to be a T5 as well. So lots of content on there, plenty more to come as well. So as I say, I hope you found this video useful. If you did, thumbs up, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, check my channel, and hopefully I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching, cheers.